Would you believe that I knew this when it was young love, shiny and new, crushes before they were apparently self-professed royalty?
It looks like it's blossomed into a real big
pain in the
yeah.
I am interested to see this version of Samwell. I met this young man when he was 18 years old, right out of high school, called his first match, in fact, in Louisville, Kentucky. But I haven't seen him compete in 4 years. Time allows growth. Time allows maturity. Interested to see the competitor that he's become. Should be an interesting pairing between Reese Ramone and Jeremiah Plunkett. Plunkett, known as professional wrestling's last real journeyman out of Memphis, Tennessee. He is a mainstay in the NWA. Reese Ramone, actually a baton girl for the Marshall University, the Thundering Herd, right here in Huntington.
Actually, I'm very familiar with Reese Ramone. She's also an FTC Art of Grappling trainee for Bobby Blaze.
Okay.
So I'm very familiar with Reese Ramone. She started in the business about 3 months after I did, so we've been kind of side by side through our whole careers.
So what can we look for in this contest from Reese Ramone?
She's a very technical wrestler. I know she doesn't come off as that, but she's a very technical wrestler. She's also very passionate in the ring, and that sometimes hinders her at times because she gets caught up in it. But she has a great partner in Jeremiah Plunkett, who I absolutely adore.
Oh, yeah, Plunkett, as he's called, former NWA television champion, multi-time NWA Southern Tag Team champion, even held the NWA Australian Heavyweight Championship. There's a reason that they call him the last real journeyman.
Absolutely. I got the pleasure of having him on my show, my Hitting the Ropes with Brock's Boulder podcast this summer, and he was amazing. I absolutely love the guy.
Bell sounds. This one is official, and it is mixed tag team rules. That means it's guys against guys and girls against girls, and we will start with Reese and Valerie Verman.
You know the great thing about this, though, Reese calls herself the show pony, and we have the princess. So those two things, are they going to clash?
Yeah,
I mean,
well, Reese calls herself the show pony because, as the story goes, she brought her 10-plus years of dancing and athletic competitions to a former WCW star, Bobby Blaze, in hopes of achieving her dreams in becoming the next top women's star in professional wrestling.
Absolutely, and she's got Jillian Hall under her belt as well. Like I said, we spent most of our career side by side in the same school. So the first 11 months that we had her school, Jillian Hall was part of the training facility as well. So she has very good people behind her in her training.
Well, they call that good stock, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, you come from good stock. Here's the thing about Valerie Verman. I've seen many people through the years underestimate her. People wrote her off as, and I'm just saying what the critics said, as a dumb blonde. And that proved to be a huge mistake because she pretended at times to be, that prima donna when she has a mean streak and was often 3 steps ahead.
That's normally I think that's part of her allure to the ring, because you don't see that out of her. You don't look at her and think she's mean. That's just me, but I can definitely see how now she's blowing kisses back to her man here.
Plotting, scheming, scamming the prima donnas. I tell you what, they are not making friends fast here in Huntington, West Virginia. Val tagged in her boyfriend, Boothang.
She's checking her Twitter to make sure that no one's seen what just happened between her and the show pony.
Samwell Thompson. And that's automatically going to bring in Jeremiah Plunkett.
Impressive.
Plunkett almost ripped Samwell's arm out of the socket there with the arm drag. Single leg takedown. Sam's on top. And a quick kick out from Plunkett. The pace has quickened here in this mixed tag team match.
I can't say enough good things about Plunkett, man.
Uh-oh, one step ahead.
Yep. Using that veteran head of his.
Woo-hoo, did you see that right hand? My, oh my. You know, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and that's the home of Muhammad Ali. That's what we call a knockout shot.
I know the Prince saw it, felt it even.
Feel it in your boots. Check your teeth afterwards. And Sam says, I need a minute. Oh, now wait a minute. Val is up in Plunkett's face. And again, to my understanding, I have this written down as a mixed tag team match, not intergender. So that means it's supposed to be guys against guys and girls against girls.
I think Plunkett was just playing a mind game with her there, Gil. Which it looks like Reese's doing the same thing now.
Reese ducks the clothesline, goes into the quick cover. Valerie out in 2.
Reese using that athleticism, that dance in her moveset. That's things that we've worked on in the school one-on-one with each other, and I'm very impressed, very proud.
You know, I've been around wrestling enough. I've never taken a bump in the ring that you got to be coordinated. Your feet matter.
Absolutely.
And so when you have all that time as a dancer, you know how to make them move the way you want them to.
Speaking of moving, the Prince has now ticked off Jeremiah Plunkett. I don't think that's a great place to be.
I mean, because again, intergender rule. It's not an intergender rules match. It means the guys keep their hands to themselves, and so do the girls. Nonetheless, that distraction shifted the momentum in the prima donna's favor. Choking the life out of Reese Ramone is Valerie Verman.
Reese's definitely not one you'll miss in the middle of a room that has bright lights in it. She's very sparkly.
Indeed. Does she have a sparkling character, spirit, inside and out?
Yes. Yes. I'll say that. And then we'll talk about it later. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm just playing.
Whoa.
She's a great person.
Plunkett into the ring, picking up right where he left off. Jack in the jaw of Samwell Thompson. Thunderous right sends Thompson to the canvas. Did anybody brief the prima donnas on the rules before this contest? Because they seem confused.
It seems that way. The princess here wanted to probably had a little bit of a mosquito bite on the back of Jeremiah's back there.
But again, look what we see here. And remember, I said, Valerie Verman is oftentimes 3 steps ahead. They do enough to distract, but not disqualify. And it shifts the momentum back in their favor.
Played the damsel in distress there long enough for Samwell.
Oh, gross. Get a room.
PDA, guys. Come on. Referee distracted right now. This taking full advantage of his ability not to have eyes in the back of his head.
I told you I wanted to see the Sam and the Val that had emerged since I last saw them compete live. And yes, they are stomping cover here. Sam's on top. They're stomping all over the rules, but I am slightly impressed with the psychology that they're using here to distract, to keep control of the match.
I mean, if the referee's going to let him get away with it, you know what I'm saying? You use all advantages you can. That's a tough task.
Yeah, Thompson trying to hoist the big man up. Plunkett can't get it done. Plunkett shoots it back the other way.
This is a tough job for me, being that I love wrestling so much, and I love different people in wrestling. I just cannot
be neutral.
I mean, I can, but there's times like that when Plunkett just shows me something, and I got to go be like, all right, I love that guy.
It's all right. You know, tell us what's in your gut. What's in your mind right now as Reese Ramone uses her dance background to provide a flurry of offense here on Valerie Verman drops the leg. Took a minute to get there, but she got there.
Again, those rules, you know, they're bending them
Come
all the time. Come on now.
Come on! Right into the turnbuckle.
Speaking of 3 steps ahead of you, the Reese there 3 steps ahead of Samwell there.
And Val.
Absolutely.
Valerie concerned about her boo.
Reese got out of the way of the big boot there from
Look
Samwell.
out! Incoming!
Such a gentleman. I told you, that's why I love that guy. Such a gentleman.
Oh, and now
Well, that wasn't very nice.
Val playing the damsel in distress. Like, what is she doing here?
Strap has come down for Plunkett.
Do you ever think that Valerie Verman was in a sorority? She gives off sorority vibes.
She definitely does. Love that finish.
Cover here, and it's over. 1, 2, 3.
Love it.
What a team at Reese, Ramone, and Jeremiah Plunkett made here at Mountain Madness 2024. And the prima donnas are heading to the locker room to lick their wounds.
Probably to find management complain.
Hopefully their own wounds. Again, we saw a PDA display of affection earlier that was not appropriate.
Yeah, there's bathrooms back there they'll have to use during intermission. I don't want to see that back there. First encounter with Reese Ramone. What do you think, Gil?
Impressive. It leaves you wanting more.
Huntington's own Marshall University right there.
Pride and joy.